Alright, what we are looking right now is a forest section that is in the neighborhood of one of the cliffs in the sides of the Santa Teresa Hills in the model of Rio de Janeiro. This is like one of the most diverse ecosystems in the planet, and when you make a model of it, you want to make sure that you are doing it right. I need to understand how the barks look like, how the leaf looks like, try to recreate that as closer as possible. That's what I try to do in this section over here, and I will show you how to do it. A mid-sized tree. This will be like for the mid layer of the tree, so I think it will be around 15 centimeters tall. We'll start with something like this. This is cover wire. In this forest in particular, there is a lot of trees that are trying, like competing to get lights. There is not so much branches in the side, so I want to have like a maybe slim tree with a lot of branches on the top. I will make it double. It's important to use crappy tools because you may damage the sharpness of them. I like to use crappy tools. Not like somebody I know who likes to use like new tools for everything. This is fun. We are building trees. I want to have like an old oak or something like this, which is like kind of twisted. I usually just put it all together like this. Like twist them all together. I think I'm pretty satisfied with the results here. I will also use this one, and I will create like something that is going around the tree. If I paint this right now, it will look like pretty smooth, and I want to have a little bit more structure. Thinking about making nature is really hard. It's perfect. I mean, how can you recreate something perfect? I have the main body of the tree, and maybe I want to have like some kind of nerve in the side of the tree, and I can really do it with hot glue, and it's really, really nice. Alright. You don't have to be like careful or anything about it. Try to cover all the wires. This is the nerve I was talking about, you see? And this is something that it will be interesting in the final tree. This is really like a structure covering layer. The next one will be like a color that is more close to reality. Our first coat is dry. What I will do now is to add a second coat. Alright. Nothing really special, just trying to cover everything. But I think it works. I mean, I'm planning to add like air roots later, some kind of parasitic tree like just growing around it. Prepare a lot of stuff, and then a lot of things I do it in here, do like a fast work here. I'm not really organized, you know, like I once start to work and I make like a mess, and then I try to clean it a little bit, and then I do it again. This is my way, I guess. I first try to place the bigger trees, so as this one. So once I have the big trees in place, I start to place what is called the canopy layer, that is the rooftop of the forest, and the bigger ones will work as the immersion trees. Once I have the canopy layer, I start to work on the smaller trees, and ultimately I work on the forest ground, which is really important because it has to be like a lot of diversity, a lot of different plants and smaller things. It can never be sand unless there is a pathway. I like to mix the paints on the tree so I don't have like a solid color. I do this a lot. For sure, if there is a botanist, look at this, no man, this is not correct, but I don't care about them. This is not important to me. But it looks like a tree. White. Oh shit, it's smells terrible. Imagine that at some point somebody added water to it and it ends up rotting. It really smells bad. I'm gonna create some effects on the tree, some details. It makes it more interesting. This is pretty common in the jungle trees. So for instance, you have a tree like this and you can have like really a large amount of different species that will live on top of the tree. They will have their nutrients from the tree itself. And what I want to build in this case is a tree that will take advantage of this one to create a structure around it and take sunlight. And it will have like a full foliage of its own, but it will end up killing the whole tree. For this I will use wire. But it's like part of nature, so there's nothing we can do about it. It will grow around the tree, something like this, and it will reach maybe this point around here and create my branches here. This is really fun. Man, who needs necklace? You can always go and build yourself some trees. This is really like what I was aiming for. It's like a net, it grows around the tree. Now I add the air roots in the same way that we build the tree and the parasitic tree, but I want to add a little more deepness into the bark, so I will make a wash. This is just really diluted black paint with water. I think it looks really fantasy. It's kind of my style. This is really nice, it's just like a net fiber, and this is how I mess my workspace. These are like roots just hanging down. Yes, I will use this stick instead of a brush. I don't know why. I don't really have steady hands. Now we need to add the main foliage of the tree. This is what we are going to use, and I will glue this with this product from Yoo-hoo, or I don't know how you say it. Woohoo! Okay. I think Yoo-hoo sounds better. I try to take like big chunks of that, start like kind of shaping. I think it looks really nice. I will use my I kind of know what I'm doing face, like, yes, this is what I planned for. To finish this cliff forest that I was building, I only need to finish this part here. This is really an eucalyptus tree. I want to have this here. I also need to do a lot of garden work that is the base of the forest. Maybe a little bit more to here. In this place is where I make the hole for the tree. I have this kind of cliff and I wanted to have like really something that it hangs out, so I probably use something like this. Now I have selected the trees that I want for this area. I only need to select a smaller one for the middle. I will remember this position, I will take everything out and I will begin working in the ground level. Now it comes the moment that we all have been waiting for. The moment where we are going to install our tree, and it's also the last one of the forest. Shall we? It's really, really good. I love it. It's like a really good forest, a really good result for it. I'm pretty happy with the results.